breathe and the planet we live on. It is time to take all of these issues by the horns and take them very seriously. Both the surge in wars and the impunity for crimes together pose urgent challenges for peace and security. What it also does, and here I will take the liberty of taking the P word and the K word, which are Palestine and Kashmir, which are clear examples, clear and present examples of impunity and double standards. What they do is they delegitimize multilateral order, and they challenge the rules that civilization and humanity should be counting on right now to bring the 21st century back to a world defined by universal laws, and I emphasize universal, climate justice and global economic equality, and for peace not to become a cliche that we bandy around. We have gathered here for a collective discussion, debate, and I hope a serious call to action. This is what parliaments do best, and I'm looking forward to PGA members coming here and bringing their views, their priorities, their insights, and their very valuable championing of rights across the world. This forum has successfully helped create an environment, in my view, that promotes change through discourse that accommodates from all over the world, particularly those that can navigate, that need to navigate differences between us. Because, ladies and gentlemen, differences are what is defining the rising conflict in this world, and it is up to us now to be seeking to build bridges between politicians, national and international stakeholders, as well as society and parliamentarians. The current conference, ladies and gentlemen, is yet another opportunity for all of us to play that role. Over the course of next 2 days, we will be engaging in open dialogue on a range of issues that includes furthering the progress towards establishing affirmative and effective international mechanism in the fight against impunity for international crimes. The word impunity recurs again and again in our minds, in our hearts, and in our living rooms when we watch TV every day. That is what is eroding multilateral order. So I think it's important to address these needs for my country and others. Two crucial improvements emphasize the need for this internationalization of criminal justice, which has been failing and faltering. It has been failing and faltering, make no mistake. So the first issue, obviously, is, as we have been discussing, impunity. And it is coming about because there is no move to take action or punish international perpetrators in front of our very eyes. In fact, I think that we have seen such a rise, such an egregious surge in impunity, war crimes, and even conflict. We have more conflicts raging in the world today since the Second World War than ever. But that is something to think about. Those conflicts are not getting resolved, and it is time for us to consider why there are double standards that now are taking over the world. First, it was a search for universal laws, but today that is certainly not the reality. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to conclude by just quickly going through what the ICC was established to do, to hold accountable those accused of serious international crimes such as genocide and war crimes. Genocide again has come to the surface into our lives as a word again, as a reality again, in two of the zones I just mentioned recently, Kashmir, occupied Kashmir, Indian occupied Kashmir, and Palestine. Yet, we are facing serious challenges in gaining universal acceptance due to flaws in the international legal structure, and complaints and concerns about inequality in applying laws impartially, and with fairness towards states. Concerns over the ICC's jurisdiction remain, particularly regarding issues that pertain to domestic courts, and they have led to many countries hesitating about ratifying the Rome Statute. We must acknowledge that any attempt to do so, move forward in terms of territorial integrity and sovereignty, would not perhaps be acceptable to many states. So what is our task ahead? Our task ahead is to look at ways in which universal laws can align suitably, effectively, democratically, impactfully with country laws that can move forward to free the influence and even the Security Council of power dictating how we proceed. That is what is happening in the world today. So these, based on our experience over the past 2 decades and the provisions of Article 13b and 16 of the Rome Statute, it is evident that the ICC lacks or needs independence due to the broad powers given to the Security Council to pick and choose. Now, I'm not going to take more time. We have many eminent speakers, 2 more before, and we have a long day ahead of us. So I just look forward to meeting with you all and a productive and rich debate and learning from each other, because that is the journey. That is the journey that all good parliamentarians are always on. Learning from each other, speaking to each other, and not at each other. Let us hope we can use these 2 days to align our hopes and dreams with what we have come here for. Thank you very much.